Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome back to the channel Hell Dominance. Anthony here. Please remember to like and subscribe and also click that notification bell if you're enjoying what you're seeing and if you want to continue seeing more. Coming up in this episode, no bad blood between travel buddies. Barba finds a new rugby league club for 2023. And Panthers CEO says World Club Challenge is not signed off on. So we'll start today, surprisingly, with the World Club Challenge, as though the World Club Challenge had already been confirmed by the NRL champions, Penrith Panthers, and Super League champions St Helens. According to reports down under, though, Penrith have yet to officially sign off on the fixture. The game had been penciled in to be played in Australia as a Super League side heads down under for the first time since Leeds did back in 2018 to face the Melbourne Storm. Meanwhile, the TV channel in the UK, Channel 4, who's fresh off showing the first season as a Super League broadcaster, will show the game as part of a double-header for the first week of the new Super League season, with the fixture being followed up between Hull KR and Wigan Warriors on February the 18th. However, according to the Daily Telegraph in Australia, the Penrith Panthers have yet to officially sign off on the fixture. It is expected that they will do, but this is because they are chasing huge cash bonuses for playing in the clash against St Helens. Penrith wants at least 100,000 Australian dollars for playing in the match and is still chasing the further 200,000 for winning the NRL this year. Last season as well, they only received $200,000 for the title win, which is half of what the prize money was prior to the pandemic. Ultimately, they will get this sum of 300,000 is a question that sits next to the World Club Challenge, though it's likely to go ahead even though this situation is ongoing, as it will be sorted out. The Panthers are keen on this funding due to the fact that the participation in the World Club Challenge would see them miss out on a lucrative trial game against rivals Parramatta Eels in a rematch of the 2022 Grand Final. It is unclear what the cash incentives are for St Helens, which they could be offered for the game in Australia. Speaking to the Telegraph, chief executive of the Penrith Panthers, Brian Fletcher, said, "We are waiting on the details from Andrew Abdo. We haven't signed off on the game. Andrew said we would be playing for prize money, and we are waiting to hear what it is. We have to hear back from him before we make a decision. It's in Andrew's course. It will replace our second trial game against Parramatta at home. We have to make sure we have replaced it financially." So Penrith Panthers CEO is looking at the financial side of the game as they invite a team from the UK who might be a couple of weeks ahead of them when it comes to competitiveness, so that they are compensated for a game that means nothing, rather than playing a UK team, which means a hell of a lot more, finding out who's the best club side in the world. They don't want to be shown up, do they, by a Saints side that comes down there and not get any money for it? I'm using fighting talk words here because at this moment in time, it just means that they're after the money to me, rather than actually willing to play a game which could see them defeated. Super League clubs and NRL clubs are closer than what people think. It's not so different to what the difference is not there from what I feel compared to what is received down in Australia, where it is the biggest sport in the country, to be fair. We'll have to see if that's true. I'll be happy to eat my words if Australian team batters St Helens. It's could be a case as well because Saints have got a first-time coach going into the job, while Penrith Panthers have got seasoned professionals. Tell me what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Do you feel that it is just a money ploy? Or do you think that Penrith just don't care about the match? I move along to the next story now, with former St Helens and Cronulla Sharks star Ben Barba set to make his rugby league return with a new club in 2023. Barba has endured a difficult number of years following his exit from St Helens at the back end of 2018 and failed to register an appearance with his new NRL club, North Queensland Cowboys. The latest Cowboys addition, the former Cronulla man Barba, was hit with a little bit of trouble on the 1st of February 2019. Before even playing a game for North Queensland, Barba was released due to a significant breach of terms of his contract. It was later reported that Barba was being investigated by Townsville police regarding an alleged assault of his partner on Australia Day. And if proven true, NRL CEO Todd Greenberg confirmed that he would not return to the NRL. With the Rugby Football League will also mirror the NRL ban. 4 days later, on the 5th of February 2019, Barba was banned by the NRL indefinitely. But now, the former Daily M Medal and Man of Steel winner has signed for a new club up in Cairns, North Australia, called the Mossman Port Douglas Sharks. He wrote on his Facebook page, "Just to let everyone know, in 2023, I'll be moving back to Cairns to play for Mossman Sharks. I'm really excited and I cannot wait to get there and run around with my family." Barba, who played 168 games in the NRL for Cronulla, Brisbane Broncos and Canterbury Bulldogs, as well as the 34 games for Saints in Super League, was in the Cowboys' thoughts for 2019, but due to the alleged assault, he was released by the Cowboys before playing a game, and subsequently, he was cleared to return to the Community Rugby League in late 2020. Barba turned out for the Carlton Red Devils in Rugby League, Mackay and district competition, and also had a spell with playing Aussie rules with the Eastern Swans. In that competition, the 33-year-old kicked 13 goals in 2 games for his AFL Mackay debut in 2021, with his class showing through as Barba will be brought in for the new North Queensland's representative side as well. But now though, it seems very positive and looking forward to signing for Mossman Sharks and play rugby league again. It's close at home, family are there, and possibly the standard is quite good as well. He will create a lot of eyes for the community game club up in that area, and you never know, financial benefits for the future generations to come through that club will be positive as well. Could be positive as well. It's a step in the right direction for a player who wants to play rugby league again, but 33-year-old could be what his swan song in the sport. Glad to see about that, but it's a good little thing to do. I hope he enjoys it. That's what rugby league's all about when you want to first play it. Enjoying it with your mates. I was going to play with his family. Good on him. Saturday's World Cup final had a number of talking points, including a moment for Angus Crichton as his hit on Chanel Harris-Tavita with his forearm saw him sit in the bin. That spelt an end for the standing Samoa's hooker in his last game as he enters a break from the sport at just 23 years old. Crichton received the yellow for this incident, which Samoa coach Matt Parrish described as a weak decision. But the Roosters back rower has received a two-match ban since that incident, since the final finished. He was full of remorse after the game, apologising to Harris-Tavita and the Samoan community. I want to talk to all you guys because I want to get this message across, and I want to let his family know that I'm genuinely sorry. I want to let the Samoan community know that I had no malice at all. It was just me bracing for a tackle, and it was a freak tackle. As soon as it happened, I spoke to Chanel, and it was honestly just a reaction. I didn't know that he was coming in, and I had no malice at all. The interview on NRL.com continued. When I play football, I never try to injure or hurt anyone. I know that I'm a good person, and I play the game in the way that it's meant to play. I would never wish anyone to be injured on the football field like that, especially knockouts. A few of my great mates in Jake Friend and Boyd Cordner had their careers ruined, so never want to injure anyone on the field. That was not my intention at all. So anyone I have upset, or anyone in his family, or anyone in the Samoan community, I am genuinely sorry. This, though, hasn't stopped the disciplinary panel making a decision when it comes to international games, which do carry over indeed to the NRL. And the Roosters' back rower is now subject to a two-match ban for a Grade B reckless strike. This is following the 2021 Rugby League World Cup match review panel, which took place on the 20th of November, giving this issue. There's also a sanction for Georgia Hale on New Zealand, as in the women's final there was a hair pull, but no ban for the New Zealand player. Crichton, though, has talked about what he plans to do after the Rugby League World Cup in that interview, and it does reveal that he is mates with Chanel Harris-Tavita, as well as Nathan Cleary. I think there was first and foremost a worry about him. He's a great player, and we are actually meant to be travelling together, so there is no bad blood between me and Chanel. He's a great friend with Nathan Cleary, and talks after the game. He knows it was honestly a genuine freak accident. It's all love between me and Chanel. I spoke to him and apologised. With all that being said, the young halfback from the New Zealand Warriors, who was ending his rugby league career, well, considering it, after the conclusion of the Rugby League World Cup final, didn't envisage that he would go out that way and finish the game early. Full 80 would have been icing on the cake, playing at Old Trafford, a World Cup final. Never know. Ifs, buts and maybes throughout the entire game due to that incident and one other earlier in the game. See that in my highlights package for the World Cup final. But at the end of the day, Angus Crichton has got that World Cup winners medal, and Chanel Tavita does not. And that's it for another episode, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share this video worldwide, as well as clicking that notification bell for any updates or new videos that may be coming your way in the future. Tell me what your thoughts are on today's episode in the comment section below, as it's open for business. We have 3 stories for your viewing pleasure, and I hope it keeps you nourished with no rugby league until February. Unless you are going to pre-season friendlies or even trial games. Totally up to you. Or even the amateur game. Get out there. Follow it. It's brilliant. But tell me what your thoughts are in the comment section. Be respectful, be polite, and I will interact as best that I can. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to share this video worldwide. I'll end the episode as I always do, by wishing you all the very best. So please stay safe, and I'll see you in the next episode.